something. This is like classic Trump. I couldn't believe it. And you should have seen the look on Bill Barr's face when he heard this. I'm just going to go to the clip because the CNN anchor, she does it well. She shows the tweet, forgive me, the truth that Donald Trump put out, and you get to see his face. She's talking here with Bill Barr, former AG. Watch.
He responded in response to you saying you'd vote for the Republican ticket. Wow, former AG Bill Barr, who let a lot of great people down by not investigating voter fraud in our country, has just endorsed me for president despite the fact that I called him weak, slow-moving, lethargic, gutless, and lazy. Based on the fact that I greatly appreciate his wholehearted endorsement, I am removing the word lethargic from my statement. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah. It's classic Trump.
You know what? He took that in stride. It's interesting because he's saying, you know what? I don't think he should win, but I'm voting for him anyway. So that's kind of an odd thing, Bill, to say. Just a little, right? Like if you don't think he should win and you don't think Biden should win, then maybe you just abstain. I don't know, just going out on a limb. Like if you actually are saying you don't think that Trump should be near the Oval Office, why are you still voting for him? You can see why Trump maybe had a little frustration. You know, these are people that want to have their cake and eat it too, and talking out of both sides of their mouth. Weak, slow moving, lethargic. And what was the only thing he decided to remove? The word lethargic. So kind of classic Trump, funny. Those are those mean tweets, right? The mean truths or the mean X's. What do we call them now? Over on X. I'm getting confused. We have so many social media platforms. But the reality is this, you know what? He does have the ability to fire off some things that maybe you don't like to see, maybe you wish you hadn't seen. But ultimately, it comes down to one thing, and that's who can do the best job running the country. He certainly made mistakes. I think it was a mistake to shut down the nation when we were in the throes of coronavirus during March of 2020. I tried to warn him. The warning got me in a little bit of trouble, but my point was they were always going to politicize that. And you needed to do what you could to fight this thing by maintaining a strong economy, right? And I think that the aftermath that we've seen is all related back to that. You look at how the Fed had no choice but to increase the M2 money supply at such a drastic rate, some 40%. Now, they did have a choice, right? They didn't need to keep the spigot open for so long, and yet they did. They did, and they printed some more. And you had a sort of a reason, if you can imagine, a reason for Congress to say, okay, we're going to print trillions of dollars. We're going to give it to here, there, and everywhere. And so it was wrong. It was wrong to do. And there are a lot of mistakes that were made. But I would say this, and I know that you're not necessarily all fans of the vaccine, but hey, Donald Trump actually got rid of the red tape that enabled us to have the vaccine, which enabled the economy to reopen. So as much as they want to hate him, he did do a lot of things right, and you got to give credit where credit is due. And I have a feeling that is exactly what people are doing right now, and that is why there is a very good chance that you're going to see, it will be historic, Donald Trump back in the White House come 2025. Mark my words.